Hi everyone, today I just want to talk about one of the best decisions I ever made and probably the best decision you'll ever make, and that's quitting alcohol. I can't believe how much my life's changed since I quit. I originally actually quit in 2017, quit for about 5 years and then thought I could moderate and then ended up getting back on the booze. Unfortunately, got back into bad habits and then ended up just like most people, drinking heavily again, and now thankfully I'm back on the sober path. But there's just an absolute incredible amount of things that just change for the positive way when you just decide to simply just not put alcohol in your mouth. And the first thing is just the change in kind of mental clarity and focus. I just can't believe how on the ball and kind of full of beans and focused I am every single day. A lot of it comes from a good night's sleep, but I think the majority of it comes from just having absolutely no brain fog. And brain fog's an absolute killer, as we know. It just kind of clouds up your mind, just makes you just so lethargic, and you just can't be bothered doing anything. And just to have that kind of focused mind where you just want to achieve things, you're looking to the future, you're just feeling genuinely great. It's just absolutely incredible. And I think it's just something that I never thought I would get back. I just remember being really, really young, like 7, 8, 9, and you'd wake up on a Saturday just absolutely full of beans and ready to take on the day. And just, I just thought that was something you never get back with old age, but I have that now. This morning I woke up 6 in the morning, just wide awake, got up, had a cup of coffee, and just absolutely loved it. And just so focused on what I'm going to do today, focused on what I'm going to do in the future. It's just really incredible. And I think, like I say, if you've not started drinking yet, just imagine those times again, maybe in summer when you were young and you woke up and you just had this zest for life and full focus. It really is absolutely incredible. And the second part is the sleep and the energy. I mean, who wouldn't want to have better sleep, better energy? It really is absolutely amazing. And, to wake up every single morning feeling great, but also have 8, 9 hours, whatever length you sleep, of just full REM sleep. I mean, that's just something that I wouldn't trade for the world. And it just does set you up for the whole day. I remember my sleeps back when I was in my boozing days, and it wasn't even a real sleep, waking up in the morning, you're tired and you've been sweating all night, tossing and turning. It really is horrible. And that's another big part that I just think is another incredible, amazing difference that you end up feeling when you stop drinking alcohol. And the third part is better relationships. And I think it's something that I never really considered, but just to be able to wake up in the morning and have just like no fear about anything I did with regards to friends and family. Maybe you've not seen them in a while because you're meant to see them at the weekends and you're kind of tired and you can't really be bothered, and but you end up being that person in their life that's the non-drinker, and that's the kind of reliable person who's on the ball, who's kind of getting stuff done. Maybe someone people start to look up to in your family because they're looking around at you now. You've turned your life around probably, and you're just absolutely on the game. It really is just absolutely just something that, again, I would never change in my life. Hold on, I will switch the camera this way. Hand's really hurting, by the way. Another big kind of a reason why just everyone I think should quit, because I read the comments on loads of other channels I watch, and anxiety seems to play a massive part for everybody. It's just a really, really kind of awful part of drinking. I hated waking up in the morning on a Monday or after a binge knowing that maybe for 24, 48 hours I would have these million kind of thoughts in your head about worrying about nothing, worrying about crap. And I'm so grateful that they're away. And it really is a quick win for everybody. And I know I go on about these benefits and that quite often, but I remember when I was quitting drinking, the first time I stopped, I didn't actually I didn't really watch YouTube. I didn't even know there was things like, stopping drinking channels or healthy living channels. Just didn't really even think about it. And, now I think they're so important. And once I actually found them when I think I must have been about 4 or 6 weeks in, I just used to love hearing about all the good things that are going to happen, what you're feeling now, the reassurance from people. It was really great. And for me, I've made separate videos on it. The anxiety was just a terrible part of it. I mean, the last time I quit alcohol, as I mentioned in other videos, it was solely down to the anxiety. It wasn't even a bad hangover like the first time I quit. The first time I quit, I had an absolutely monumental 7-day hangover with heartburn and indigestion. It was just awful. And then this second time I ended up quitting, it was just because of the anxiety, and it was just something that I really never want to put myself through again. And I honestly it's still clear in my mind how bad I felt. And even some of those kind of anxiety days before, I really kind of still think about them. And just getting rid of that anxiety is just awful. And the final reason why kind of alcohol's the best decision I ever made, well, quitting alcohol the best decision I ever made, is just life gets so much better. And I normally talk in videos about 5 great benefits, but I think you could easily write down about 30. And it's just something that I'm not prepared to give up now. I'm just not prepared to throw it all away. The no brain fog, no anxiety, saving up money, you're doing well in your life. You can start side hustles and businesses, and at work you're always on time. You're Mr. Reliable at work because you're never off sick. You're just always on the ball, and the great night's sleep, and just always having an appetite. Cook dinner all the time now, and it's honestly just like a completely different life. And I think it's a life I just wish people could experience just for a day. I think if you gave every person who maybe binge drinks like myself, or ex-binge drinker, or drinks heavily, or just wants to quit, or they just can't be bothered, because as you know, when you get older, the hangovers get worse, they last longer. I honestly think if you give someone like a pill and they would feel what kind of I feel just now and what a lot of people are feeling, they would give up straight away. And I just think it's just the best ever. But yeah, it was just a short video to kind of just tell you how kind of great a change it can be in your life. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and the subscribing really helps as well. And I'm releasing daily videos at the moment, so please check the other videos out if you're on a sober journey just now, or you're thinking about quitting. All right, take care, bye.